Hello dear friends, this is your weekly horoscope for the week of April 22nd through the 28th. Very exciting week because we have an extraordinary, exceptional aspect. We have an exact conjunction between the Sun and Uranus. This is something which happens only once a year. And because Uranus is one of the outer planets, we talk about something extraordinary, something which is beyond our understanding. We can make a big transformation. We can get a deeper insight about certain object or subject or anything which is important for us. So definitely that's one of the most important aspects during the whole month. On top of that, we also have Pluto turning retrograde. Now, Pluto is another outer planet. Basically, this is the last planet which we analyze from the solar system, or actually it's even not longer considered to be in the solar system. But anyway, we still use it because it's so powerful, because we have evidences that Pluto affects us. And Pluto can bring the deepest transformations, the most intense transformations. So Pluto turning retrograde is also something important for this week specifically. So we are gonna discuss this as well. And also we have another major aspect, the square between Mars and Neptune. Important aspect which may bring some possible complications, and we need to be prepared for that. So it's gonna be interesting, it's gonna be intense, it might be very surprising as well. We have to prepare also for possible tension or even stress or even, sudden surprises. That's normal. With Uranus in conjunction with the Sun, basically it happens on Monday the 22nd, and Pluto turning retrograde on Wednesday the 24th. Basically those two events are almost overlapping, which means that the combination becomes extremely powerful and intense. So especially the first half of the week, or the working days through Friday, can be very, very specific and intense. Now, it doesn't mean that this is something bad. We are going to discuss all of the different sides. As we know, everything has a positive and a challenging side. It depends on how we use the energy, how we look at things, and many other things as well. But I really don't like, to make things sound too dramatic or, too stressful, because that's not true. And all of those combinations, Pluto retrograde and Uranus in conjunction with the Sun, can be actually extremely empowering and can help you to move to the next level in your life, in your relationships, or in your career, or in terms of your philosophy. Of course, this is a more personal question in which area this will happen. But the main point is that these are transformational stepping stones. And I think that we shouldn't miss them. So, as you can see, interesting, exciting week. I would say one of the most exciting weeks during the whole year because of these, overlapped astrological events. Now, before we dive deeper into each of those events, let me remind you that you can still enroll in our Bach Flower Remedy course, which begins on the 5th of May. It will be amazing. We are going to talk about so many things about astrology, alternative medicine. So make sure to check the link below and at least go through the schedule to see whether this will resonate with you. And if you're interested to join us, you're absolutely welcome. And one more thing, the last thing, I promise. Make sure to watch the whole video, because at the end of the video, I will share with you a very special, huge giveaway which I'm offering for you guys. So definitely make sure to watch the whole video. And as usual, you will find all kinds of links and useful information in the description below, including the daily horoscopes which we are going to discuss. So in this way, you will be prepared for the upcoming week and you can plan your events in the best possible way. And keep in mind that also during the week we have dominant constructive signs. Let me remind you which are the constructive signs. These are the fire and the earth signs. The other two elements, the water and the air elements, are considered to be the sensitive signs. Sensitive signs are more about relationships and connections. The constructive signs are more about actions and results. So most of the week we are going to have actually 8 planets out of 10 in constructive signs. Through Thursday at least we have 8 planets in constructive signs. So definitely one of the key themes of this week is to take action, to create something, to materialize things. So especially for work and business and achieving, some significant results, this will play a major supportive role for everyone. Now, let's talk about the Sun and Uranus, one of those exceptional aspects. So first of all, what we need to know. On Monday, Uranus will get so close to the Sun to the point which we call Cazimi. Cazimi is the position when certain planets get within 17 minutes away from the Sun. So as you know, 1 degree consists of 60 minutes. So here we talk about less than 1/3 of the degree. That's how close this conjunction becomes. And this is called the Cazimi position. This is the most powerful position. This is also called the heart of the Sun. Whenever a certain planet gets in this position, the heart of the Sun, it's considered that the planet merges her energy with the Sun. So the energy of this planet and the energy of the Sun are one. They are together. So if you know someone who has, any planet in this Cazimi position, it's definitely an exceptional person. It's extremely rare, very specific. And of course, whenever it happens in the skies, like this week on Monday, this is also something extraordinary, something exceptional. Uranus and the Sun are one. They are together. They are merged. So what does it mean? Let's talk about the nature of Uranus first, because that's very important. As we said, this is one of the outer planets, the first from the outer planets. Then we have Neptune and then we have Pluto, but the first one is Uranus. So this planet, first of all, as being part of this outer planet combination, means that it's never so simple actually to navigate this energy. The outer planets can be very destructive if we don't use their energy in the proper way. And sometimes actually if we are not well grounded, if our Saturn, the planet before Uranus, if Saturn is not stable, actually we cannot materialize, we cannot channel this intense energy in a proper way. And those are the cases when this energy becomes destructive. Because it can happen. Yes, that's true. We also need to consider that as well. Sometimes Uranus can destroy things, but the main point here is that Uranus destroys things which are meant to be destroyed, things which are too old, things which are too routine, things which don't bring you growth anymore, things which make you feel stuck. And for some people, this may feel very uncomfortable if they really like to, avoid changes. They don't like the uncertainty or the variety. And for them, this can feel stressful, the impact of Uranus. But also, there are other people who are actually always expecting something new. They are hungry for new experiences, for excitement, for variety. And of course, for them, this can be a very liberating and freeing aspect. So what should we do actually? Even if you are someone who don't feel comfortable with changes, does it mean that you have to give up and just wait for Uranus to destroy your life? Of course not. First of all, this aspect doesn't mean that everyone will feel this energy in the same way. That's not true. But even if you personally are affected by this conjunction, which is in Taurus on the 3rd degree, by the way. What should you do? The main thing that you should do is to consciously search for a change. So if you resist the change, if you try to, you know, avoid all kinds of uncomfortable situations and risks, then it's more likely that you will be surprised in a negative way. As I said, what I would encourage you to do is to search for this change, to intentionally do something different, to experiment. It doesn't need to be something huge. I mean, it doesn't mean that, you know, you have to quit your job and go and search for another career. For some people it could be, of course, but not for everyone. It could be just, you know, for example, picking up a new way to go to your work, or having something different for lunch, or trying to connect with your coworkers in a different way, or to communicate with your partner in a new way. And of course, the most positive is if you focus on things which are not working very well. For example, if you feel stuck in your relationship and you find yourself, you know, repeating the same conversations all over again, we know that it happens, then try a new approach. Try to respond in a different way. Maybe ask your partner, what does he need? What does he want? Or how he sees, you know, the solution for your issue, for example. Or it could even be in terms of finances. Find out how you can change, you know, this area of your life. So be open to take action in a new way, in a new direction, and also be open to receive these insights, because Uranus is also very interesting. This is the planet which can bring you sudden insights, literally. It doesn't need to be in a very, you know, psychic way, and you feel like, you know, you see completely from a different perspective things, and you feel yourself as a psychic. There are people who can do that. Most of us don't do that. But, you know, it's just like, usually it's just a new thought which comes or pops up in your mind. And that's also an insight. So it doesn't need to be, you know, life-changing, extremely, how to say that, well, extremely transforming absolutely everything. Sometimes it could be, but not always. But open up for this change. And the more you listen to your intuition, the more you open for those insights, the more they are going to come for you. So, you know, it's always a mutual process. And this is the time, as we said, for experiments, for taking certain risks, for trying new things, and also setting free from things that you don't like. Try to stop doing something that you don't like, or maybe even something that you hate doing. There are things which don't depend on us. I know that, you know, sometimes, you know, just life puts us in those situations, and even if we don't like things, we don't have so much choice. But trust me, it's not so often as we think it is. In most of the cases, we have options, but for different reasons, whether it's, you know, because certain obligation, or, you know, certain inner rule that we have, or for other personal internal reasons, we don't allow ourselves actually to do what we want, or to not do the things that we don't want. So this Cazimi position of Uranus actually is great for realizing and being more truthful to yourself, and liberating yourself from the things that you don't like. This is also something great which Uranus can bring as a gift to anyone, basically. Now, which are the challenging sides? So, of course, they are there as well. And Uranus brings a very electrified energy. As we know, Uranus literally rules the electricity which we use. It symbolizes it. And the energy is very electrical. So it means that the nervous system can become extremely sensitive during this period. We may feel sometimes overwhelmed. We may react in a very, very untypical way for us. For example, people who normally are very kind, very patient, very gentle, suddenly, they may feel like they cannot take this anymore and they may explode. Meaning, to explode means that, they just don't want to allow this behavior anymore from other people, or they suddenly stand up for themselves, or sometimes even they're capable of confronting another person in order to defend themselves. So you may really be surprised from your actions, from your attitude, and that's also okay. But be prepared that generally it's possible that you might be more impatient, your nervous system might be more restless, you may feel more unbalanced from certain point of view. And by the way, here I think that the Bach flower remedies are extremely helpful, specifically in those conditions when you feel like there is sudden tension within you, you're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you are too tired or restless or whatever. For example, if your mind is too active, sometimes it happens with Uranus, the mind can become so active that it's extremely overwhelming. In those conditions, one of the remedies which can help you is white chestnut. This is the remedy which can, relax your mind, can help you to get back your sleep, or to, just calm the mind. So definitely consider that. This is one of the topics which we are going to discuss during the 8-week course, which again you can find below the video, the link for the course, of course. So what else can we expect when Uranus is in conjunction with the Sun? We also need to consider the sign position. As I said, 3 degrees in Taurus. So the Taurus energy is very active, very intense during this period. And Taurus is related to, first of all kinds of material stuff and resources, including food, including nutrition, nature, and also money. So we can expect some kind of surprises in the financial area. We can expect, maybe some kind of inventions sometimes, inventors, people who are genius, people who are creating something absolutely original. Those people are also Uranus people. So when we have those intense energies collide, we can also expect that there can be a revolutionary event in certain areas, especially in science. Science is also ruled by Uranus from one side. So science can be a very interesting theme during the week, or people, may create something exceptional. So open up your eyes for those new opportunities, for those new insights, especially when it comes to material stuff, especially when it comes to the energy of your body or your health, and also money and finances. These are some of the main areas where there might be some kind of social changes around us, not necessarily, personally affecting us, but something with more social impact, which eventually, of course, affects everyone from a different perspective. So yeah, Uranus in Cazimi position, very important, and I think that we are going to feel the impact at least until Monday, maybe even during the whole week. Of course, Uranus is Cazimi only on Monday, but the conjunction will have an impact for a couple of days after that, after Monday. So the whole week can be interesting, exciting, positive for transformations, positive for insights and experiments, and even taking certain risks. So definitely consider that. As I said, also be aware that you might be more impatient and things are, too intense, sometimes unstable. Uranus can also bring that as well. But these are the periods when, we can definitely move to the next level. Next, the other important astrological event during the week, Pluto turning retrograde on Wednesday, the 24th. Pluto will be on the 23rd, 24th degree in Capricorn. If I have to be exact, I think it was 23 degrees and 9 or 10 minutes. That's the exact position where Pluto will turn retrograde. As we said, the exact ingression is on Wednesday, but a couple of days before that, Pluto will be stationary. So on Monday and especially on Tuesday, Pluto is stationary. So what does it mean? First of all, Pluto, the energy of Pluto will be extremely powerful and intense. It's like a flow of light which is so focused in one small point. And these are the periods when we can make some significant transformations because of this powerful transition. If you have your sun or ascendant in the cardinal signs between the 20th and the 25th degree, these are Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, and Libra. So if you are one of those people, of course, this will be a major transition for you, especially if Pluto makes a major aspect with your sun or another personal planet. And of course, this can be quite intense. Sometimes Pluto may bring also things which are secret, which can be revealed. Or we can talk about also a deep personal internal transformation. Now keep in mind that Pluto being retrograde is not the same like Mercury or Venus or Mars, because the outer planets, they are retrograde for a couple of months each year. So as we can see, at least 1/3 of the people or even more are born with Pluto retrograde. So it's not something so exceptional as, for example, Mars retrograde. But those transition points, when we have the shift from direct to retrograde or the other way around, those are the most important period, when the energy is extremely powerful. Basically, the energy is at its highest point. So if you want to transform something in your life, if you need more internal power, if you need to, completely set yourself free from something, then this aspect, this position may help you, may support you. Another thing which we also need to remember, together with the challenging sides of Pluto, Pluto is also a very healing planet. Pluto is the planet of karma, Pluto is the planet of the past experiences that we have. And even if the process is painful, Pluto can heal you. That's absolutely for sure. I'm a Capricorn myself, and during the past few years I have had this conjunction between the transit Pluto and my Neptune and Mercury and even the Sun. And I can definitely confirm that it has been very painful and difficult and extremely challenging. But at the same time, those has been the years when I made the biggest transformations in my life. I can definitely say that through challenges and even through pain, I managed to heal myself in many ways. So even when you are in the middle of this process and sometimes, you feel like everything is so dark, everything is so challenging, remind yourself that, as they say, it's always darkest before the sunrise. And the other thing, which is also, I think, a Pluto process. This is, in the occult sciences or, those areas, they call it the period, the dark night of the soul. I'm pretty sure that you have heard about this expression, the dark night of the soul. And this is very Pluto theme, very Pluto period. That's exactly how it feels. I mean, you may feel like things are very difficult for you, things are beyond your control, very typical for Pluto as well. But eventually at some point you realize that all of that has been for your good. All of that has healed you in some way. or has helped you to set free from things which are already dead. Because Pluto is also the planet of death. And it doesn't mean that it's always, literal death of someone, but it's, the death process of certain parts of ourselves, or, psychological models or patterns. And sometimes we need to let certain parts to die, or certain experiences or memories. We need to let them go. Pluto is the planet which can help you to make this intense transformation. So my main point is that even if you feel like, things are getting more dramatic, more intense, this is also a sign that you have access to more power. So you can make some kind of energy practice, a meditation, especially a more dynamic Kundalini meditation can be great for that. Or it could be a yoga practice, or the EFT method. This is something which I absolutely love, or anything else which helps you to set free. The Bach flowers also, they are absolutely great. We have some typical flowers which can be used for anger issues, for example, or very deep, intense emotional attraction, kind of an obsession, which sometimes Pluto can bring. So definitely consider this option as well. And don't be afraid. I mean, these are the periods when you can restructure something, you can transform something. Sometimes it could be about your career. After all, Pluto is in Capricorn, the sign of structures, and even government institutions are ruled by this, or business area is ruled by Capricorn. So, of course, this can be one of the main areas where we can experience or notice or observe complete intense transformations. And during the next couple of months, basically the whole summer, when Pluto is about to be retrograde, this is a time for us to go back and to try to let go of certain structures we have created in our lives, in our minds. We can reassess them. It doesn't mean that anything needs to, be left in the past, or anything needs to die. We just need to make a reassessment. If something is stable, if something is bringing you results, then absolutely keep it in your life. But if there is something which is only pulling you back, is not allowing you to grow, or is making you feel stuck, then this is the time to release these blockages. So again, this is a process. The transits of Pluto continue for a couple of years. For example, if Pluto is in conjunction with your Sun, usually this will last around 3 years, especially in Capricorn. Pluto has a different speed, by the way, in the different signs, but right now Pluto is relatively fast. So, or I think, average fast. So usually around at least 2.5 years, 2.5, 3 years. So these are not one-day shifts. These are not, some slight changes. These are deep, intense, life-changing transformations, which literally take years. But those specific moments when we have those transitions are the very moments when we can make some big changes and inner transformations. So I really hope that you will feel more empowered internally. That's where you need to search for this power. Don't search it outside of yourself, search it within you. This is also a main concept which I find so important, that whenever you search for something, or you want or you need something, like a quality, for example, you have to find it inside of you. And the right approach is, how can I release the blockages which are preventing me from experiencing this quality? So not how can I become more confident. No, you are confident on certain level. You just have to, pull up the layers which are above that, or the limitations that you have above that. So I find this concept, very empowering as well. And those Pluto transits actually can allow you to literally destroy those limitations and blockages. But again, I say, search inside of you. That's where you will find everything that you need. Okay, and the last major event for the week before we move to the daily horoscopes, this is the square between Mars and Neptune. Just let me check. I think it was on Saturday, or yeah, on Saturday, the 27th. Exact square between Mars and Neptune. This is a challenging aspect, which from one side may bring some kind of complications. We may feel like, our actions are not focused in the proper way. For example, you may start doing something, and after that you may switch your focus to the next thing without completing the first task. On top of that, Mars is in Gemini. This process is actually very typical for Gemini, for Mars in Gemini especially. So make sure to be conscious about where you put your efforts to, where you are focusing your active energy, and try to be flexible also. Sometimes you may find yourself more unmotivated. This can happen with Neptune, or you might feel confused about what you need to do, what you want to do. Sometimes people may even feel more lazy during those transits. That's okay as well. As long as you are conscious about the process, that's okay. But on the other hand, this is also a very creative energy. As I always will repeat, the squares are the aspects which bring you more intense energy. And basically it's the same type of energy which we may have when we have the trine or the sextile. But instead, in this case, it's, there can be certain tension related. It's more intense, but also if we control the energy, if we focus the energy in the proper way, we can achieve more results than if, for example, we had a sextile or a trine. So for people who need more creativity, who are ready to work for that, or also people who want to help other people, to support them, whether this will be in your career or for your family, this aspect may also represent making some kind of sacrifice with your actions. For example, making a favor for a friend, or devoting more time to the people that you love instead for your own projects, for example. So interesting aspect, not life-changing, of course. The other aspects that we discussed, Uranus and Pluto, are much more significant, but this is the only major exact aspects between planets that we have for the week. That's why I just wanted to mention it before we move to the daily horoscopes. All right, so I hope I was able to inspire you for the upcoming week. Remember, do something different, transform the things that don't work for you, search for this inspiration and confidence and power within you, and I'm sure that the week will be great for you. Now we can talk about the day-by-day horoscopes, and as usual we are going to discuss the main aspects between the planets and also the position of the moon, so that you can plan your week in the best possible way. April the 22nd, Monday, we have Uranus in conjunction with the Sun, the Cazimi position, which we talked about in depth already, so I won't repeat myself. Just remember, do something different, be open for surprises, and be excited, enjoy life, open up for this variety. The other aspect that we have, actually there are two minor aspects that Venus will make. We have a quintile with Saturn and semi-sextile with Uranus. So we have even more Uranus energy during Monday, as we can see. And in this case, it's specifically related to relationships and love, and even to finances. So there might be some kind of surprises in those areas as well. From one side, you may not expect your partner to behave accordingly, or you may decide to approach the conversation in a different way. But I need to warn you that this aspect sometimes may bring instability and unexpected results, so just keep that in mind. The good news is that Saturn will support Venus as well on Monday. There will be a quintile, one of those creative aspects which can allow us to make certain choices. We may have different options, and actually it's up to us what kind of direction we are about to choose. But the positive in this combination is that Saturn can bring a little bit more stability, which generally might be lacking on Monday with all this intense Uranus energy. And on top of that, the transit moon will be in Sagittarius, one of those exciting fiery signs. So definitely it's a great day for adventures, for experiments, for trying new things, making new plans for the future, new goals. So overall, very supportive, very dynamic energy because of the moon in Sagittarius. The 23rd of April, Tuesday. First of all, we have a quintile between Venus and Mars, the planet which rules women and the planet which rules men, Venus and Mars. So first of all, we can expect something surprising, something interesting in terms of love and relationships. This can be, for example, a great time to go on a new date, a great time also to do something that you truly love. Venus also represents our desires. Mars represents our actions. So do something that you will enjoy, do something that you like. Buy yourself a small gift or a big gift, why not? Do something that you love, or ask someone that you truly like. The initiatives are rewarded usually when we have those aspects. The other aspect is a semi-square between the Sun and Neptune. Aspect which potentially can bring complications. We might be more unfocused. We may forget about something. We might be misled sometimes as well. And our sensitivity is increased. On the positive side, the intuition is also stronger. We might be more creative, more inspired. And here again, it's up to us how we are going to navigate through this process. The other news is that the transit moon will be in Sagittarius, basically most of the day until 6 p.m. Eastern time. So again, it's very inspiring, it's very exciting, and it's a great time to take action, to travel, to learn new things. And around 6 p.m. after we have this ingression of the moon in Capricorn, the energy will shift, will be, completely different. And during the evening, we may find ourselves more serious. We might be more concentrated, more focused on work. Generally, it's not the best time for parties or entertainments. It's a more positive period actually to focus on your obligations. And of course, the 24th of April, Wednesday, is one of the most important days during the week because Pluto will turn retrograde. Pluto will be extremely powerful, so we have to be prepared that sometimes people might try to control us. Sometimes we may feel like there are things beyond our control, but also we may have the opportunity to make the needed transformations. So we already talked about this transit. You may go back to the beginning of the video and listen to the whole information again. The other aspect on the 24th Wednesday is another aspect which includes Pluto. This time this is a quintile with Venus. Aspect which can make us extremely passionate, can bring extremely intense emotions. When it comes to relationships, this is a powerful aspect which can bring, this intense passion between the partners. Sometimes the topic about control and power in relationships may also be very intense and very important. But overall, for a deeper connection with another person, this aspect is very, very intense. And the transit moon is in Capricorn. So main focus on work, on obligations, on our responsibilities, on the things that we have to do, we are supposed to do, we should do. So yeah, overall concentration and serious approach on Wednesday. The 25th of April, Thursday. The transit moon is in Capricorn during the whole day, but this time the moon will make also conjunction with Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, and after that with Pluto, the planet which turned retrograde the day before. And basically Pluto is still stationary on Thursday. So the moon there will actually make Pluto even more important for us, will make the energy even more intense. This is time to focus on serious work. We may feel kind of stuck sometimes. That's an option as well, especially with Saturn there. So make sure to be more patient, to plan enough time for your tasks. If you want stable, long-lasting results, that's very supportive. But with Pluto, we may also expect that something secret might appear for us, something which we are not completely aware of. And with this ingression of Pluto, with this transition from direct to retrograde, actually it's more likely that we might be surprised. So a little bit more attention on Thursday. Okay, the 26th of April, Friday. This day will be much more different than the previous few days because the transit moon will enter Aquarius. So definitely there will be some kind of relaxation. There might be more variety for us, more interesting experiences. Great time for new things, for social activities, for spending more time with your community. Of course, we need to consider also the aspects that the moon will make, and they are very different. So during the first half of the day, the morning and until the afternoon, the moon will make a square with Uranus, which is the ruler of Aquarius. So something surprising might happen, something more unexpected, but also something which is, you know, very positive in a way. So those can also be positive surprises. And there is a square with the Sun as well, which may suggest that you may change something personally about your plans, about your interests. And during the evening, the transit moon will make a sextile with Venus, which is a great aspect for entertainments, for dates, for parties, for enjoying life, for expressing your emotions. So if you want to go on a party on Friday or you have a celebration, then this is very, very nice. The 27th of April, Saturday, we have this square between Mars and Neptune that we already discussed. So overall, we can say that there might be some kind of mistakes, or at least the chances for possible mistakes are higher. We might be also kind of unfocused when we take certain actions, but on the positive side, we can be more inspired, more creative, and we may consciously decide to make some kind of sacrifices for other people. Another aspect which also includes Mars is a semi-square with Uranus, also on Saturday. This aspect can add more element of surprise, can bring more variety and excitement, but also the chances for some kind of traumas or accidents are higher than average. So make sure to be extra careful if you're planning, for example, some kind of sports or anything which increases the chance to, you know, hurt your body. Also, sometimes we may find that technical stuff are not working very well, like our computers, our telephones or other gadgets may not work so well when we have those transits. And the moon will be in Aquarius on Saturday as well, which is great for group activities, for spending time with friends, doing something together with the people you like, and generally for exciting and pleasant experiences. Okay, and finally we have the 28th of April, Sunday. The transit moon will be in Aquarius until 5 p.m. So very positive for friends, for going outside, for doing something extraordinary. Early in the morning we have a sextile with Jupiter, which means that you may feel supported by other people, or you may feel more inspired, or you may have more success in the things that you would like to do, especially during the morning. And this is very positive combination also for planning things for some future goals. Maybe you may plan the week ahead, for example. Also a great inspiring combination. And as we said, after 5 p.m. Eastern time, the moon will enter Pisces. So this is the other big shift during the day, which can definitely make us more unconcentrated, more dreamy, not so grounded. For spiritual work, for meditations, this is great. For relaxation as well. So definitely, if that's possible, on Sunday evening, just take your own time and relax. Maybe take a bath, or just do something which will help you to release the stress. And after that, of course, prepare for the next week. So that's the most important for next week. Very exciting, very extraordinary week. Don't forget that you can sign up for our Bach flower training. The link is below the video. We are going to talk about how we can handle easier with different transits with the help of the Bach flowers, and many other interesting stuff. And also now I will present you how you can join this special giveaway and how you can win something which I haven't offered so far. So make sure to watch the following part of the video. Dear friends, I'm extremely excited because I have a huge giveaway for you. You can win 4 live coaching sessions with me for free. You can also win 50% discount on my astrology readings, and you can get my ebook for free. So let me share with you how you can participate and basically what you need to in order to enroll in this giveaway. So first of all, you need to open the link which you will find in the description below the video, or you can always go to my website marstars.net. On the home page you will also find the giveaway. So after you open this page, all you need to do is just subscribe to my new YouTube channel about personal development by clicking this button here, and after that just enter your name and email address. After you do that, you have signed up for the giveaway and you have the chance to win the 4 live coaching sessions. The giveaway will end on the 17th of May. So on the 18th, we are going to announce the winner. Now, there is something also additional which I offer to you guys. If you invite your friends to sign up for this giveaway, you may also increase your chances to win, and you may get the additional prizes. So if you participate personally, immediately you get 1 point. And if one of your friends signs up through your link, you will get 2 additional points. So basically, if you and 2 of your friends enroll in the giveaway, you will get immediate access to my ebook, The 12 Secret Faces of Each Astrological Sign. If you and 3 of your friends sign up for the giveaway, you will get a 50% discount for my astrology readings, and your chances to win the huge giveaway are much higher. So all you have to do is just click this button to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Enter your name and email address, and immediately after that you will see your personal link, URL code, which you can send to your friends in any way that you want. You can send it through Facebook or Messenger or WhatsApp or email. It's totally up to you. The main point is to invite your friends, and if they sign up, first of all, you get an additional 2 points, and also you can get my ebook for free, and after that you can get the 50% discount on my astrology readings. And on top of that, you have much higher chances to win the 4 live coaching sessions, which are valued at $1,300. This is a personal transformational program which I want to give away to one of you, and I'm extremely excited. So make sure to check this link. You will also receive all of the information on your email. Once you sign up through this form here, you will receive notifications on your email. After you get the access for the book, you will receive the book there, you will get the coupon code there. So it's really simple, and the process will show you basically what you need to do. So I'm extremely excited, and I wish you all good luck.